Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, I'm running through the A to Z, or the A to Z, depends on where in the world you're watching this, of skincare active ingredients. These are the ingredients which commonly find their way into our everyday skincare routines. I'm going to be breaking them apart and working out what are the benefits of each of these ingredients from including them in your skincare routine, who they're applicable for and which skin types should consider using them and who should avoid them, and of course the hints, tips and hacks to get the most from them. So whether you're a total skincare novice just wanting to learn the basics, or someone who has an established routine but is frightened they might be missing out on some important actives, this is definitely the video for you. I have left timestamps below for all of the ingredients mentioned in today's video, so if you're interested in one in particular or you want to skip past a few, I won't be offended. Use those timestamps below to work out where in the video you want to jump to. Now, I've got an awful lot to cover in this video, so it's probably time I cut the waffle and get on with it. But before I do, if you could do a guy a favour, this took a lot of research to go into this video and a lot of preparation, so if you could smash that like button, I would love you forever. And now we're going to start with the A's, and I think there's no better place to start than alpha hydroxy acids, AHAs for short. This is a term that actually encompasses a number of active ingredients from glycolic acid through to lactic acid, mandelic acid, and a few in between. These are exfoliants and some of the best, and in my opinion, the most effective chemical exfoliants out there. They work by dislodging and breaking down the cement which holds the dead skin cells onto the gorgeous, fresh, glowing skin beneath. If you use an alpha hydroxy acid regularly and in the right strength for you, then it will lead to luminosity in the skin, radiance, it'll smooth out the surface texture and can really help with uneven pigmentation as well. I think everybody should have an exfoliating acid in their skincare routine, but it's super important to match it to your skin type because some are more harsh, more aggressive than others. I covered this in a whole separate video which I'll leave a link to up there. If you haven't got an alpha hydroxy acid in your life already, you are missing out. Check that video out and work out which is the right one for you. So now we're going to move on from alpha hydroxy acids, keeping with the A's, but to antioxidants. I love antioxidants, and I think they're the unsung heroes in skincare. So often they get forgotten about, but they work beautifully alongside your sun protection, your SPF, to protect the skin from free radicals, oxidative stresses, UV light, and of course pollution, which is all around us every single day. They work as think of them as little Pac-Men, and they go along, and when they see something that could cause oxidative stress or damage to the skin, they gobble it up, surround it, and protect our skin from it. There are some super bougie, super luxury multi-action ones, which is like the one I'm going for at the moment. This is the NIOD Survival, 15 different technologies, does everything. Honestly, protects your skin, locked in protection all day long. Or you could go for something more affordable, such as the Inkey List Q10. I don't mind. I just would like everybody to have a standalone antioxidant in their skincare routine. Whatever your price point, there's one for you, and I'll leave some recommendations below. Now, moving from antioxidants over to aloe vera. Aloe vera, it's the same thing. It depends on where you come from as to the terminology you use. This is a natural plant which grows in desert-like conditions, loves the warmth, and it is so good for our skin. This is a natural ingredient that I think should be included in just about everyone's skincare routine. It's often found in moisturizers because its number one scientifically proven benefit is in adding hydration and moisture to the skin. It'll also calm and soothe the skin, so if you're prone to redness and irritation, it's a great way of just dialing that down and helping to soothe inflamed skin. There are some people that say it'll help even out the skin tone. There isn't any scientific proof out there to back that up, so that's more anecdotal. However, it is scientifically proven to increase hydration and support with the eradication of irritation and inflammation in the skin. I'd look for it in a moisturizer, but if you do want to grow it yourself at home, choose a window ledge, grow an aloe vera plant, you just cut it off at the stem, open it up, and all the juice is inside, slather it on the face, and it's like an at-home facial. Absolutely stunning, and would definitely recommend it. Finally, for the A's, we're talking azelaic acid. I love azelaic acid, and whilst it's technically an alpha hydroxy acid that we mentioned earlier, I'm including it separately because it works differently. It's not strictly an exfoliator like the other alpha hydroxy acids. It works in a different way in synergy with your skin to reduce the amount of redness and irritation, reduce inflammation, and it's also antimicrobial, so it'll really help to dial down the acne causing bacteria on the skin. This is a must if you have rosacea or if you have acne. Both of these can almost appear the same. A lot of people with their rosacea do get those whiteheads and those bumps, and this will really help to take down the amount of acne causing bacteria and calm and soothe everything. It is stunning, but again, choose the right concentration for you. The two that I go for are the APAD by Geek and Gorgeous. This is a derivative, so like a starter azelaic acid. Super gentle, super effective, but is great for anyone with sensitive skin. I also use this. This is the Azelaic A15 serum by Face Theory, which is I'd say much more advanced. It's a 15% concentration, so it's higher strength and will really get to work on that inflammation, that redness, and that sensitivity. You can also go, this is what I'm trying at the moment, which is a prescription strength. This is 20%, which is the highest you can get. I've been dabbling with this to see if it has a noticeable difference, and actually I think sticking at 15% is enough for my skin, so I'll be sticking with this one in the future. Whichever you go for, Azelaic Acid is gorgeous if you have redness prone, acne prone, blemish prone or red skin. Now that's it for the A's, so let's come on to the B's, and no better way to start than beta hydroxy acid, BHAs. These are totally different to alpha hydroxy acids that we talked about earlier because they're oil soluble. Salicylic acid is the most common of it, and it will go into the pore, bind to the oil and remove that excess oil, and with it dirt, debris, blackheads. It's just a great way of doing an in-pore exfoliation. A lot of people like to combine BHAs and AHAs together, so you get that surface exfoliation with that in-pore exfoliation, but these are an absolutely must for people with breakout prone and acne prone skin. If you've got congestion and blackheads, a salicylic acid will really help to dislodge them and overall bring some clarity to the skin. They're also great to use on the body, so even if you don't have breakout prone skin on the face, on the body it's great if you have an uneven texture. Maybe you've got a little bit of the KP chicken skin on the back of the arms, or you're just a bit self-conscious about the overall body texture. I think a salicylic acid body wash can really help. The two that I go to are this is the Salicylic Acid Cleanser by the Inkey List. So good on the face if you've got acne prone skin, on the body for everyone else, such a great option, and a really nice strength so it won't strip and dry. I also use this is a Typology Salicylic Acid 2% serum. Again, dab this on a spot and it just cuts the overall heal time of that zip. On the body, I think just about everyone can benefit from it, and I'd encourage you to get an acne body wash for anyone that has that uneven texture that they want to tackle. Now, keeping with the same sort of acne theme, benzoyl peroxide. This is one that crops up an awful lot in acne treatments, and that's because not only will it have the antimicrobial, fight that acne causing bacteria, but it also will exfoliate and increase cellular turnover. So if you've got acne scars, fading acne marks, benzoyl peroxide can be really great as an addition to your skincare routine. I actually find it quite harsh, so for me, unless I have really bad acne, I don't tend to reach for benzoyl peroxide. I find salicylic acid works in a more gentle way. It's great if you've reached out to a dermatologist or an esthetician and got it prescribed or recommended to you, but I think for most people it's a little bit on the strong side to go in with as a first line of attack against acne, and I'd stick to the salicylic acid until you've worked out whether it works or doesn't for you. Now we're coming on to my absolute favourite active ingredient, possibly of all, and that is caffeine. If you have puffiness, dark circles, or any bags under the eyes, caffeine is your friend. It works by constricting the blood vessels which go into the eye area and also speeding up the eradication and movement of lymph fluid. All that works to help to minimise the water retention which is causing the puffiness and to help minimise that red or purpley hue under the eye. Caffeine is such a good ingredient to include. Most of people go for a standalone caffeine serum. The Ordinary do a gorgeous caffeine serum which I would totally recommend, and Typology, which I just referenced earlier, also do a 5%, absolutely stunning. Everyone can benefit from it, particularly if you do have that puffiness and discoloration under the eye. It will definitely be your friend, and I'd look for it in a 5% concentration because that's what scientific studies have shown to be most effective. Keeping with C's, Centella Asiatica, the dream ingredient in all Korean skincare. Centella Asiatica, similar to aloe that we mentioned earlier, is naturally derived, it's a plant derivative, and is one of the most calming, soothing and hydrating botanicals out there. You'll find it in just about every piece of Korean skincare. They've gone hard and love it, and it's starting to work its way into the Western market as well. My go-to for Centella Asiatica is this. This is the Beauty by Yosen Calming Serum. I love this, packed full of Centella Asiatica along with some other great botanicals to calm and soothe the skin. I think Centella Asiatica works really similar to aloe vera that I mentioned earlier, great at hydrating, calming and soothing the skin and tackling any redness that you might have in the skin. Definitely one if you suffer with irritation and redness, and just a nice all-round ingredient to incorporate into your routine. Now I feel like we're firing through these at a good rate, and we're on to the F's and facial oil. Now I could have broken this down into each individual facial oil out there, but there are so many. So what I say to people is when we talk facial oil, it's a great way of increasing the level of hydration in your skin. Similar to alpha hydroxy acids though, there is one for every single skin type, and it's really important that you match your facial oil choice to your skin type. I break this down in a video which I'll link up there, so if you don't have a facial oil in your routine, I think you're missing out. On those days where you're feeling a little bit dry, your skin's maybe feeling a little bit dehydrated, adding some facial oil to your moisturizer could just up your hydration game and give you back that gorgeous bouncy complexion that we all crave. I personally reach for blended oils, but you can get standalone oils as well, and fitting the right one for your skin type is so important. If you're acne prone, I would personally go for rosehip seed oil or chia
chia seed oil, both of which are great and won't clog the pores. If you're super dry, going for a jojoba oil is great because it's the most hydrating of all of them. If you want to go for a blend, the one that I happen to be using at the moment is this. This is Fortify by Stratia. Love Stratia, cruelty-free vegan brand for anyone that's living a plant-based lifestyle, and such a great option. I'll leave a link to this like I have with all of them below, but this is a blend of multiple different oils to really just take that hydration and take it into the stratosphere. I love this product. Moving from the F through to the G's, we're going to green tea. There's quite a few, if you notice in this video, there's quite a few natural and botanical extracts, which I'm so pleased are finding their way into skincare, because whilst not all natural ingredients are safe for the skin, we need to keep that in mind. Just because something's badged as natural doesn't mean it works for everyone. But I'm really glad that we're embracing the natural botanicals in our routines and the benefits they can bring. Green tea is one of those that I honestly swear by and love. I use this. This is the Isntree Green Tea Fresh Toner. And the reason green tea is loved by everyone is it's calming, soothing, and hydrating. That's kind of a theme with most of the natural botanicals. But it also contains flavonoids, which is great as an antioxidant. I love antioxidants, like I said before, and green tea is a great option. Overall, I think there's a place for green tea in just about everyone's skincare routine. It's one of those universal ingredients that works for everyone. It's just a really nice ingredient to incorporate in your routine. Now we come on to hyaluronic acid, and I grimmer slightly, not because it's a bad ingredient, it's actually a fantastic active ingredient and a humectant, which will help to retain moisture in itself and give that skin that hydrated, plump look, but I just feel it's overused. If you turn any of your skincare products in your collection over, it will contain sodium hyaluronate, which is a salt of hyaluronic acid, or hyaluronic acid itself. I think we can overdo it. We add so much to it, it can cause irritation to the skin, so I would just call everyone out to be mindful of the amount of hyaluronic acid in their entire routine. Also, it will help by drawing moisture from the environment into itself to give that gorgeous plump appearance. But if you live in a desert-like arid climate where there isn't moisture in the air, actually it can dehydrate the skin because it'll draw moisture from the deeper levels of the skin into itself. So I don't think it's an ingredient that works well in arid climates and desert-like climates. So just bear that in mind when you're thinking about hyaluronic acid. Similarly, niacinamide. Again, this is the Inkey List Niacinamide, which is one of my favourites, but again, I think we overdo it. Niacinamide is a great option for helping to calm the skin. It's got antioxidant benefits as well, and it'll help even out the oil production in the skin. Some studies have shown it's great for evening out skin pigmentation and texture, so it's got those added benefits, though I think the science behind that is a little bit in its infancy and we'll need some more data to prove that. Overall, I think it's a lovely inclusion in most people's skincare routine. In a low concentration, 2 to 5%, it's therapeutic, it's calming, it's soothing. At higher concentrations is where it works to eradicate some of that excess oil and help with blemishes and acne-prone skin. I would again say, similar to hyaluronic acid, just make sure that you're not overdoing it with niacinamide. It can cause irritation in too high quantities, and check all of the products that you have in your routine to make sure you're not overusing it. Now, I know I wanted to bunch those two together because they kind of have that same advice of don't overdo it, and we kind of skipped through L that was sandwiched between, and that's for licorice root. Licorice root extract is stunning. It's scientifically proven to prevent pigmentation pooling in the skin. So if you want to tackle hyperpigmentation, licorice root is an absolute must in your skincare routine. You don't tend to find it as a standalone serum. I think it's quite hard to get on its own. It's usually found within things. This is the Regenicalm Serum Pro by Face Theory, which contains some retinoids, which will coming on later in the video, but also includes that licorice extract. It's fantastic at brightening the complexion, evening out the pigment in our skin, and just giving us an overall glow. It's growing in popularity, so expect to see licorice root in a lot more skincare going forward, but at the moment it can be hard to find, but when you do, your skin will love it, and it's suitable for most skin types. Now, we're in the home stretch, we're racing through this alphabet, and we've only got a couple more actives to mention. Peptides. P for peptides. Oh, I love my peptide fix. I think they're the one active ingredient of all of them that has transformed my skin the most. Peptides are scientifically proven to hydrate the skin. They'll even out the skin's pigment and tone. They'll also help to boost collagen levels in the skin by giving the skin the building blocks it needs to make that collagen. Peptides can benefit every single person, bar none. And I would recommend, like antioxidants, everyone has one in their skincare routine. You can go for a super basic one, such as the Inkey List Collagen Booster Serum, which will work so well to hydrate and anti-age the skin, or you can go for something that's super complex like this, which is the Copper Amino Isolate from NIOD or the Hyaluronic Sub-Q Skin. Both of these
absolutely stunning and work as like a buffet of peptides. So they go into the skin and they do multi-action attack to hydrate, to even out the skin tone, to produce that collagen, and also to promote the skin's natural ability to produce more collagen. So overall, I just think they're a great addition to the skincare routine. Whether you go for something super affordable like the Inkey List, or you push the boat out to one of these options, either way, your skin will thank you for it. It works for every single skin type, and it will just take your hydration game up a notch and help even out the skin tone and eradicate some of those fine lines and wrinkles. Win, 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 ding, ding, ding. I love, love, love peptides. Similar, and keeping with P, Panthenol, which is actually a B vitamin. So I wondered whether to put it under V for vitamins or P for Panthenol, which is its proper name. But Panthenol is great at calming and soothing the skin. Another ingredient that everybody should have in their skincare routine, especially if you have redness or sensitivity prone skin. You don't get it separate. It's very hard to find as a separate, standalone ingredient, but it's in most calming and soothing treatments. The one I reached for is this. This is the Liquid Hydration by Geek and Gorgeous. This has got a 5% Panthenol concentration, which is the right percentage you should be going for if you want to see those really good calming, redness reducing effects. It's also got some amino acids in here which are just going to help to strengthen the skin barrier and hydrate at the same time. This is a gorgeous product, but wherever you get your Panthenol fix, your skin will love you for it and be so calm and soothed. There are so many things out there in our everyday to-day life that attack our skin and cause redness and sensitivity. So having Panthenol to calm and dial it all back is just a great idea in a skincare routine. Now we're moving through P onto R, which is retinoids. Retinoids can be a little bit confusing. They're vitamin A derivatives. Some are stronger than others, but they'll work by boosting the collagen levels in the skin, which when we talked about peptides is great for anti-aging. They'll also increase cellular turnover, which is going to help to eradicate some of that skin texture that we have, eradicate excess pigment, and give an overall more smoother look to our appearance. I think everybody should have a retinoid in their skincare routine, bar maybe those that have the most sensitive and irritation prone skin. There's one for everyone, and again, I covered this in a separate video which I'll link up there. If you haven't tried a vitamin A derivative or a retinoid yet, definitely missing out. So check that video and work out the right one for your skin type, because I think this, more than any other product out there, is the one that you're going to want to match to your skin type most closely to get those maximum results with minimum sensitivity. So check out that video and work out which is the right one for you. Now we've got 3 more products to mention. I'm going to say Snail Mucin. This again came from Korea. Everybody went mad for snail mucin, snail secretion. It is exactly what you think it is. It is the slime, the mucus, and the secretion that snails make. And it contains a huge amount of hyaluronic acid. Some people also say it helps to even out the skin's tone and pigment. And some people say it can even help to tackle things like eczema and dermatitis. Whilst the scientific evidence behind it isn't that robust at the moment, though there are more studies ongoing, a lot of anecdotal evidence says how amazing it is. This obviously isn't vegan and isn't suitable for people living a plant-based lifestyle because it is derived from snails, and for me, I'm not a huge fan. I find it slimy, I find it sticky and tacky on the skin, but you can get some natural alternatives. So this is the V Green alcohol-free Nature Mucin Toner. This is from yam extract, so instead of it being derived from snails, it's derived from yams. So if you want a vegan alternative, or one that's a lot less slimy, this I would totally recommend. It's personal preference. A lot of people say how amazing snail secretion is, so leave me a comment below if your skincare has been transformed by it. I'm a little bit on the anti-snail bandwagon because I just think it's a bit slimy for my personal taste, but I'd love to hear your comments below. Now finally, we're going to talk about vitamin C. Vitamin C, antioxidant, evens out the skin tone, brightens the skin, and does all of that good stuff. I love a good vitamin C serum in my skincare routine, and I often reach for derivatives. Vitamin C derivatives need to be in a much more skin balanced pH, and so they're much more gentle than pure form L-ascorbic acid. I broke down the reasons for why I opt for a derivative and the best ones on the market in a video I link up there, so check that out to work out the right one for your skin type. But I think almost everyone should have a form of vitamin C in their skincare routine to brighten the complexion, bring back the luminosity, and also act as a powerful antioxidant. So there you have it, guys, my A to Z of skincare. Which actives are you thinking of including in your routine? Leave me a comment below. Has this inspired you to check any out, or any of the products appealing to you? Have I missed any out? This cannot be a comprehensive list because there's so much out there. So if I've missed any of your favorites out, leave me in the comments below. And wherever you are, guys, and wherever you are in the world, stay safe, stay well, and love your active ingredients. Take care. Bye.